Liar, liar, pants on fire. At least that's what some of you are saying about James Gunn releasing Superman 2 streaming August 15th, Friday, which you're probably going to be seeing. I'm filming this just a few hours before the 15th, so you probably will be seeing it then. The question is James Gunn actually lying about the success of Superman? Or is it just some weird happenstance? Well, I'm going to tell you what James Gunn said. I have a quote here from him from the HollywoodReporter.com, and I'm going to give you my thoughts. And I'm going to tell you what other people are saying. I've seen a couple of videos. I haven't watched much of them that are saying that he's just straight up lying. That Superman is not successful. Otherwise, he would not be releasing Superman to streaming before it's out of theaters. It's only had 35 days. I think that's what it is, 35. It's supposed to have had a 45-day run, which, after post-COVID, 45-day runs were never very much back in the past. So I got to know from you guys first, in the comments, tell me whether or not you think that James Gunn is lying, that the success of Superman is not what it is. Now, 500, what are we at? 579, something like that, 600 million here. I'll look it up for you while I talk. But the number that Superman has so far is not a number to sneeze at. It's not a number to say, oh, that's a failure number. The issue would be whether or not 583 million. The issue would be whether or not James Gunn is lying about how much the budget and the expenses and all the costs are. That's where the line would be. Because if people are out there saying that a first time in a franchise movie with no big names is a failure at 583 million, okay, I can't argue with that. Okay, to me, that's just crazy talk. Somewhere along the line, we started thinking that $1 billion was a success, and that's it, and anything below is not. I don't agree with that. I think 583 million is great, but if he's lying about how much if it costs 600 million, no, that's not good. That's not a good thing. You know what I mean? Like we need to be above what we did. Now, even if it's an investment, I talk a lot about this movie being an investment into a new future. It's okay to not make a ton of money. You don't want to lose money necessarily on an investment into something where it's like you'll never get that back. That's not good. You want to have at least a little bit of profit on top, even if it's not, much. So with this 583 million, the only reason he would be lying is if that doesn't cover the budget. So let's look at what James said. This is curious to me, guys. What James said is very curious to me because I'm looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, what does that mean? So if you are understanding I don't watch Peacemaker. Okay, this will come up relevant in a second. If you're understanding what he means, put it in the comments because I don't understand. Now, am I scared one way or the other? No, I really am not. I think this DC universe is going to continue, but if it didn't, I'm fine. I have comics I haven't even read yet, probably shows I haven't seen yet, like Kryptonite. I have all kinds of different things that I've spent years watching and reading, and I've got a ton more to look at. There's over 90 years, almost 90 years of Superman content. I'll be fine. But what did James say? He said, well, it's very complicated in regards to, releasing the movie. Releasing it to this Friday. Well, it's very complicated, but the truth is, it's because of Peacemaker. So when I mentioned Peacemaker, that's why I said that. He said it's because of Peacemaker is why he's releasing this early, which to me makes no sense. I can't think of why you would need to have seen Superman. Like, Superman's in the theaters, The majority of people, I realize there's people who can't get out, people who are immune, suppressed, people who have disabilities that can't get out to see the movie. But those are a large minority. Most people will be going out and seeing the movie. If his idea is that he wants people to see Superman before they see Peacemaker, I don't know how that streaming is going to help that. Let me read the rest of it here. I originally thought Peacemaker was going to be coming out next month. I don't really know what he's talking about there. He's the head of DC Studios. He made these shows. I don't really understand what he means by I originally thought. Maybe he's talking about way back when he was setting up these dates. Maybe Superman got finalized, because remember, Superman, we knew it was coming out July 11th a long time ago. Maybe that got finalized before Peacemaker got finalized. Maybe that's what he's talking about. I don't know. He said, there was a lot of things that are beyond our control, so that Peacemaker is coming out now. I guess that has to do with, like, I don't know. At the end of the day, I wanted everyone to be able to see Superman that wanted to, even those people who couldn't get to a theater before Peacemaker. And that's really the reason for it. I gotta be honest, guys. I don't understand what that means. Why? So he's hurting the financial longevity of the Superman movie for the rest of its theater run, so that a small minority of people will get a chance to see Superman before Peacemaker comes out. I just don't understand. Now, I know I get called on just about every video I have. I either get called a Snyder cultist or a gun goon somewhere. Most lately, I've been being called, like, a gun lover because the movie came out and I liked it. So, now, I love Man of Steel. I love the new Superman movie. I have problems with both of them. We got not emotional enough, a little too emotional. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've got a little bit too action heavy. A scene that's like 6 to 12 minutes of just talking. You know what I mean? Like, we've got like, a balance where I don't like certain things and I do, but I liked both movies. I don't really care about directors. A lot of you, I've discovered, do. My brother is a big director guy. My other brother kind of is. And I've never been that way. Never cared about directors and actors. I care about Superman, and that's about it, if you can't tell from the stuff back here, And if you want to compete with me, check out my Amazon store. I got merch down in the description there. All Superman stuff all in one place. Doesn't cost you any extra money. Just helps support this channel through Amazon commissions. But I don't really get what's being said here. It doesn't worry me. I know they're going to move through with the DCU, at least for a time. It could fail later. But I know that they're going to do that. So it doesn't make me think, no more Superman won't be in any other projects. No, he probably will. He might be in Peacemaker. Maybe in the first episode or something. You know what I mean? It may spoil the entire movie. I don't really know. Supergirl could be in it for that matter. I don't really understand why he's saying he's willing to sacrifice he doesn't say it this way I'm going to put it, paraphrasing. He's willing to sacrifice the longevity and the financial success of Superman. It might not even make $600 million because of this. We're up to, what did I say? $583 million. It might not cross $600 million because of this. He's willing to do that so that a small minority of people that can't get to the theater will be able to have seen it. It's just from a business standpoint, it's weird. From a humanitarian standpoint, it's like, oh, that's so wonderful. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's literally like, those people that have, audio disabilities or whatever it is, like where they can't hear big loud noises, or they have immune issues, or they just can't get, because of their physical state, to a theater very easily. Maybe he really is just concerned about all those people. I don't know. But I do find it strange. Let me know in the comments if you can make sense of this. Because I can't make sense of it. Now, you guys know I like the new Superman movie. I don't really care about Gunn one way or another, but I like the new Superman movie. So don't call me a Snyder cultist. And, those of you, don't call me a gun goon because I like the new movie. For some reason, people think you have to choose one side or the other. I just want to know. I want to know how this makes sense. I will be happy that it's at home because now I can show my younger daughter and filter through and make it, not as dark as it is in some scenes. But I don't really understand. I need to know from you guys. Put it down in the comments and watch one of these videos.